Welcome everyone to another episode of Starmade. Heck yeah! You guys did it again! Over 100 likes on the previous episode. That is just insane and great. You guys are the best. But nevertheless, I want to get started with today's episode. Today, I want to build a few things on the planet. First of all, I know a few people have thought about it already. I want to fix this tower. This tower has never looked appealing to me. It has mostly only served the purpose, but today I want to expand on this tower. And maybe if we have some time, we can also add an additional building that has been suggested by you guys in one of the previous episodes, where I asked you what you want to see, what kind of buildings on this. But the tower is going to be the main focus. I want to make this look fantastic again, and I also want to fix it up because, as you remember, before we enabled that the blocks don't get destroyed, one of the pirates managed to blow a huge hole into the tower. I'm not even sure if we can see it from here. Yeah, I guess it's over there. Yeah, a huge hole that we have to fix, but other than that the tower looks ugly anyway, so I'll have to do something about it, also that it is properly supported again. So let's get started with that. Oh, that is great. So we're gonna get rid of every docking station. The less docking stations we have, the less ugly it looks, and those guys are not necessary at all. Here you can see the amount of destruction that has been happening due to a missile from a pirate. These blocks look really great now when they are destroyed, or, you know, partially destroyed. That is not too shabby. But nevertheless, I want to get rid of a few things. I already expanded the tower back to the bottom. That is great. We're gonna have some supporting pillars that are gonna be extending outside. Not sure yet how that's gonna look. I'm gonna get rid of these red lamps because unfortunately they don't look too well in this texture pack, I have to say. I'm not too fond of the red lamps. The lava looks much better, so we're probably gonna exchange it with lava instead. Well, so I think this already looks much better, mainly because it's connected to the ground, and also this hole is fixed, most of it at least. As I can see, I have missed a few things. But these damaged blocks, man, I've never seen it before, but they look like they are heated up when they are damaged, or maybe it depends on which missile they're being hit with. But nevertheless, this is supposed to be Grey Hall, and it looks like it's very, very hot. I really like that. So nevertheless, we're gonna take a ship, probably the Mothership tail, and we're gonna fix this tower afterwards. You don't have to witness that. That's probably gonna take a while. And we need to fix a few things still. Not everything is perfect, but most of all, it's great. Now, what I really like about building on my planet is that whenever I need something, for instance, we need a bunch of Plex lights, or that's a Plex beacon, I believe, even. So I can only place one more, and I don't have it anymore, and there's no shop nearby. But as soon as I exit my building block, there is going to be a shop nearby, so I can just take the Plex beacons that I need and go back into the building block just like that, and I will be facing the exact same way I was before. That is an awesome feature about Starmade. You don't lose a lot of time if you have a shop set up on your planet somehow. My vision about this tower is basically that we have a few pillars that are almost like struts, just everything holding together. Of course, this is just the shape of the pillar, it's not going to be the final pillar. Now, of course, we are going to run into a problem on this side. I don't want to make it on all 4 sides, I only want to make it on 3 sides. So this pillar right here is going to be a solo pillar, it's not going to be mirrored on the other side. I'm just going to expand, let's say 5 blocks, then we need 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we go into the other direction, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great, and now we can only drag it down all the way to the bottom. Okay, let's think about the pillar. I want it to be about 5 by 5, I guess. It shouldn't be too clunky, and it should resolve in a 3 by 3 around this area. I'm not sure yet how we're gonna achieve that. I'm thinking about just expanding it upwards, so we have a nice pillarish structure, maybe somehow like this, and we can simply connect it up so it looks kind of like a stairway. Yeah, maybe something like that, and we can take out the corner pieces to make the shapes look even more interesting. Yeah, I think that's not too shabby actually. Maybe I want to exchange this with a grass block again. Let's see. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Okay, now we only have to go with a slightly darker block, let's say this darker stone, and this shall make up the 3 by 3 pillar structure. We're gonna fill it up using some corner pieces or some wedges. We'll have to think about the color though. Yeah, so what do you think? I think it still needs some decoration to fit the theme of the lava, maybe. Add some lava to it somehow. Also, we might want to expand the pillar down here one more layer so that we have the possibility to get this a little bit more upwards. At the moment, well, let's see if we are on the ground. How does it look? Yeah, we'll have to fiddle around with it a little bit and just check a few designs in order to see what's best. I think I've come up with a design that comes closer to what I wanted to be in the end. Now, unfortunately, I've just realized when it was getting daytime that it looks completely different. The blooming effect is kind of heavy, even though I have it at the lowest setting at the moment. It's no more hurting our eyes, which is good. Thanks for that feedback, by the way. But other than that, I'm not happy with it. We have to exchange this with a much darker block. Maybe go with black hole right away, and that might actually look a little bit better. But here it's alright, and I decided to go with a spirally pattern, so it's just leading up in a spirally pattern, and we can continue right here, just align properly, and it shouldn't be an issue at all. And I think 3 by 3 is the largest that we can go without making the pillar look really clunky and not fitting into the environment anymore. Okay, that's definitely much better. I decided to end the spirally pattern up here because I couldn't build it in a way so that a simple human mind could comprehend that it was supposed to be a spirally thing that's going on here. But I'm still not happy with the bottom, of course, because I forgot to finish it. Silly me. And there we go. I think that's gonna be it for my 2 bottom pillars, at least the ones that are facing sideways. Okay, great. So now we can tend to the bottom of the actual tower. Of course, well, the tower is okay-ish, right? But it lacks some texture, in my opinion. It is a really large object, and just these straight lines facing or going upwards, that's not enough for me. Also at the bottom, we want to do some detail work. So this is what's going to be important for the buildings on the planet, that we have some details going on so that we can easily distinguish between the buildings, that they are interesting to look at, and so on and so forth. Oh yes, that's definitely much better. I decided to continue the spirally theme around the tower just to test out a few things, and that's just much better. Oh, this tower was bothering me more than I even knew. Now we still have an issue right here. I should probably exchange these with what is this ship doing there? Oh jeez. We should exchange these with a similar type of block. The black hull is out of place right here. The bottom looks much more interesting now. It has some, you know, texture to it. It's not just plain and boring. And of course, now we still have to fix up the top part of the tower. And now that I'm looking at it, I think the green is just out of place. It doesn't fit anymore. It's weird when we start with green. So this is going to be exchanged with lava as well. And I'm just going to continue this pattern all the way up, and then we shall see how that looks. There we go. I think this is exactly how I want the tower to look. Well, it's never exactly how I want things to look, but it looks decent and it doesn't seem to be bothering me anymore. It looks kind of interesting. We still have to make an entrance and stuff like that, but yeah, I am happy about it. Do you approve, hand? It says nothing, then it approves. Funny thing just happened when I exit the building block. I landed within the tower. The top of the tower is not loading in at the moment, but the funny thing is that I have a faction module on this planet, which means I cannot destroy any blocks. No matter how hard I try, I will not be able to exit this tower unless I have another building block, which I of course have. But let's see if we could actually fly out. Maybe I have left something out that we can escape, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, there we go. It's just, oh, it was actually loading in, but the sky was in the way. So, as you can see, there is no way out of here, which is really funny, really funny. Oh, jeez. Now, I think, do we have a building block in our inventory? We have ship cores, power tanks, we have no building block. Let's see if the shop actually contains a building block. That would be good if it does. Build block, I have 1499. Okay, in case this ever happens again, we're gonna have a building block right here. You can see I can place the building block, but I cannot remove it because, well, the planet is protected. So now that we are outside of the tower again, we should make sure that there is at least somewhere to go out and back into the building blocks that we need. And I believe I could make a bunch of doorways here anyways, because they're all protected. But here is the building block that I was talking about, and in case I ever want to escape fully, we should also open up another thing, a little doorway right here. Okay, now this cannot happen again. Woo! So I'm gonna probably finish off this pillar off camera. You don't necessarily need to see that anymore. I think that will do, even though I haven't edited the video yet, but I think it's gonna probably be one of the shorter episodes. But I'd rather not start something completely new that we cannot finish in today's episode. You know, sometimes it's really, really great to also do some creative builds in Starmade. You don't necessarily always have to go for spaceships and, you know, stuff like that. You don't, it's more about building this game than it is about flying around with spaceships. I'm having the most fun looking at what I have created so far and sharing that with you guys. But I of course also enjoy the functional stuff, the cannons and lasers and so on and so forth, which is why I want to do a little bit of a bigger fight in the next episode. My aim is to get a ship together which we can use in order to test out how the pirates at their pirate base behave, how we could tackle them, and maybe we can even finish them off using the Mothership or something like that. But the Mothership is nearly finished. Well, there's still a lot of work to do on the Mothership, I would say. We only have to fill it up with the necessities such as more cannons and more power. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Have a great time. Hopefully, catch you the next time. Bye bye.